Good morning, Eastern, and happy Wednesday to you. All week long, we've been talking about Halloween because it is quickly approaching, just a couple of days away now. We've also been talking about how, unfortunately, because of COVID, the Contra Costa County Department of Health is recommending that we not trick or treat this year. So, how can you celebrate this fun holiday without trick or treating? We've been talking about some ideas this week, whether it's a Zoom party, whether it's showcasing your pumpkin with us later this week, or a couple more for you today. Both local events. Friday and Saturday night, the 30th and 31st, if you go to Berkeley in 4th Street, which is just off the freeway, so pretty close to Richmond, they will be having a light show. You drive through 4th Street, you don't have to get out of your car, you can stay safe that way, and they will have colors, patterns, and shapes dancing on the buildings. Again, that is Friday and Saturday night from 6:30 to 10 p.m. Go on the earlier side, because 10 o'clock is late. The second event is in Albany, so again, very close to Richmond, and all month long, they are having a window scavenger hunt on Solano Avenue. So in a moment, I'll give you the link if you want to have the clues that you can bring or print out. You can also pop into one of the many shops on Solano and pick up a piece of paper. And you follow the clues and find QR codes on the windows of buildings along Solano. So those are some fun ways to celebrate Halloween. And one more reminder, tomorrow we are going to be carving pumpkins with you so that we can showcase them Friday for all of you. So if you haven't started carving yet, get going, because we want to showcase your pumpkins later this week. So we continue to talk about curiosity. Just a reminder that curiosity is all about wanting to learn more and asking questions. What is happening? Why is it happening? Questions like that. And these questions have been a great way to spark curiosity, and I've loved hearing your responses. Each day we're getting more and more. So Miss Pierce's class had a very long and very detailed response. So this person was driving along the road and then saw these sheep, and so they got out of the car with his dog to try and move the sheep. The sheep are gathered on the road and don't know where to go. I think so, because when the animals come to a road like deer, they don't usually move for cars. This guy was maybe walking his dog and then saw these sheep. All of this sheep could have escaped from where they lived and ended up on the streets, and maybe the person was walking the dog and found all of the sheep and started looking around to see how many. And there's a lot there. Our second graders from Miss Schultz's class said, "We saw a lot of sheep walking down a wooded road following a dog. There is a person on the road, too, that is probably the dog's owner. The sheep may have escaped, and the dog is rounding up the sheep because we saw this in a movie once." Miss Etchie's second grader said, "We see the bushes, so the sheep just finished wandering and eating. The man is heading back with the sheep. The dog is resting and kind of preventing them from advancing." Miss Sims said, her fifth grader said, "I think that's a man that worked at a farm, and I think there's one dog because the dog is the sheep dog that leads the sheep in place. I also noticed there's a lot of sheeps." Very true. Mr. Z's class said, "Sheep got out and she is trying to get them back." And then from our sixth graders, Miss Robinson's class said, "It doesn't look like it's in the United States. It looks very cold because the person has a big coat on. Maybe Canada, Australia, Scotland, or Ireland, somewhere like that. The sheep are taking up the entire road and holding up traffic. We can see cars in the background." That's a great observation. I did not even notice that. "The sheep may be taking a rest right now, but they may be on their way to a farm or a grass area to eat, and the dog is guarding the sheep to make sure they don't run off and get lost. Or maybe the sheep already escaped from where they live and the dog is bringing them back to their home. Maybe it's a photo shoot. Miss Ibilola's class said the majority of our class thinks the dog is keeping the sheep safe from coyotes and wolves. We know this because some of us know about dogs guarding sheep before we check in again on the internet. Some people thought that one animal started following the man and then the others started following. We think it's in a forest because there are a lot of trees. We think the man is a farmer because it is their job to keep sheep. So here's the real explanation. The sheep blocked a road near Gorleben in northern Germany. So I did hear somebody say it was not in the United States, and you are correct. This town is supposed to store nuclear waste that originated in Germany and was being sent back to France, where it was treated. There have been vigorous protests along the route. So it sounds like the sheep are being used as a way of protesting the nuclear waste being transported. Super interesting there. Makes me ask so many more questions. So today's picture also is fascinating to me. Take a look at this and what do you think is going on? Why do you think that? And what more can you find out? Look forward to hearing from you tomorrow. So let's talk riddles for a moment. Yesterday's a lot of you got. I'm tall when I'm young, I'm short when I'm old, and every Halloween I bring a jack-o'-lantern to life. What am I? Of course, a candle on the inside of a pumpkin. So Miss B's class, Miss Sims' class, Miss Fairweather's class, Miss Pierce's class, Mr. Z, Miss Barba, Miss Ibilola, Miss Heller, Miss Robinson, Miss Schultz, Miss Lydia, Miss Etchie, and Mr. LaFleur. Amazing work there. Today, let's see if we can do as well. What does a witch do when she goes to a hotel? Find out tomorrow. And finally, one more reminder. Start carving your pumpkin. Take a picture of it so we can do a pumpkin showcase this Friday. That is it for today. Remember those 4 B's. Be responsible, be respectful, be safe, and be honest. Have a great day or not. The choice is yours.